Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I've got Amanda with us to tell us a little bit more about her Bloom story. Hello, Amanda, and welcome.
Hello, hello, nice to be here.
So, tell us a little bit more about how it all started, your thyroid story, why were you looking for help?
Okay, so my symptoms, I would say, started about 5 years ago,
Mhm.
um, at the same time as I hit perimenopause. So when I was 40, and I had a range of symptoms. The main ones were like brain fog, IBS, fatigue. Um, I actually have osteoarthritis in my knee as well. And I just put them all down to perimenopause and stress at work. Had a lot of anxiety as well that just hit.
Mhm.
Um, and then it wasn't until last year when I had a string of viruses and colds that just never went. I decided to go and get some blood tests,
Uh-huh.
and the doctor said, "We'll test your thyroid panel." And it came back with Hashimoto's. So, yeah, I mean, since then, that was back in June last year.
Mhm.
And yeah, the main symptoms were fatigue and IBS and brain fog. And I think, yeah, I just could not get rid of those. So that's why I started looking for help because I
Mhm.
didn't really get any help from the doctors or endocrinologists. Um, Basically was told, we'll put you on levothyroxine and we'll just monitor your thyroid panel and your bloods and you kind of have to get on with it. And me being me, I was like, I'm not having that. I'm actually I can't live my life feeling like this. So I took to the internet, as many people do.
Mhm.
I did lots of research about the thyroid, Hashimoto's, symptoms, I was looking for a cure basically,
Mhm.
and not knowing, no, knowing there wasn't one, but how can you live your life with this? Um, so I went down a bit of a rabbit hole with buying supplements,
Mhm.
cutting out gluten. I tried to help myself.
Mhm.
I felt a little bit better, but I still, had days where I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do my job very well. Um,
Yeah, you
I,
mentioned the brain fog was really bad now. I remember you were
yeah,
saying that, yeah.
that was my number one symptom. And I'm an executive assistant for three
Mhm.
partners, and I have to be on the ball. I have to be sharp. I can't afford to make mistakes in my job. And I was reading emails 3 or 4 times. I was double checking my
Mhm.
work. So for me, that was probably the number one symptom that I was
Yeah.
struggling with. Um, so yeah, I eventually found you on Instagram,
Yeah, I was
Thyroid
about to
Rebel.
say, what was it Instagram? That was it the power of social media
Yes,
that brought you to me.
exactly, exactly. And your videos about this holistic view of healing just
Hmm.
really spoke to me. I'd never even looked at the nervous system and
Mm.
how stress can cause autoimmune condition and inflammation.
Mm. Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this sounds quite interesting.
Mm.
And you had lots of amazing testimonials
Mm.
that helped women with thyroid conditions. And I was like, I need to get a call with this woman.
Yeah.
So we spoke, and I
Mm.
signed up to Bloom straight away, and haven't looked back since.
Yeah, you were very decided. I remember our call. You were like, once we've like, I think in the beginning you were obviously quite inquisitive and like wanting to find out details, but then immediately on the call, you were very much, I'm all in, which is amazing because like you kind of want that like determination to make it happen, to make it a
Yeah,
priority as well. And you definitely have made it a priority, so that's something we can talk about a little bit later. But
yeah.
first, tell us what expectations did you have of the program? So what when obviously it's not something you've done before. It was, you've not done any nutrition programs or anything like this before, so it was all brand
Mm,
new. So what
mm,
did you think was going to happen, and were you surprised, or was it what you expected?
mm. So I think I just went in with an open mind and open heart. I really liked the fact that you have this community of women as
Mhm.
well. And I guess I had really high expectations on that side of things, because I know how a community can really help with all aspects, healing. Even at work, if you're in a team, you feel safer,
Yeah.
and just knowing that women going through the same thing would be there to support me. I had really high expectations of that.
Mm.
Um, I knew I had some nutritional issues. I was vegetarian for a long time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think just the fact that you're a nutritionist, I was like, I can really find out what will work for me,
Mm.
especially with having IBS. I really wanted to deep dive into how I could help that,
Mm.
because I think that was probably the symptom that I'd had the longest.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, and I didn't even realize it was actually nervous system related. I learned that from you, and that really made sense. So yeah, just going back to the expectations, I I'll be honest, it went beyond my expectations when I joined. I didn't know what to expect, and I just thought, just go for it, just be all in, give it everything, do whatever it takes, listen to Aggie, do everything Aggie tells me to do, and something will happen.
Yeah, which is a great, I think it's such a great attitude to have, leaving all the ideas about what it should look like or what you even hope it would look like, and just going in with this beginner's mind, this open mind, like I'm just gonna allow myself to be guided and follow the path, and I don't have to figure it out myself. I need to still
Mhm.
obviously give it my all and like take leadership of my journey, but I can allow myself to also be guided. And I think that's such a big game changer for a lot of women. So tell us, when did you start noticing first improvements? Because it was quite quick for you, I remember with
Oh
the
yeah,
brain
it
fog.
was really quick. It was within a week, I would say, the brain fog started to lift.
Hmm.
As I've said,
That's
that was my number
crazy.
one debilitating symptom. That was in 1 to 2 weeks. Also, I felt lighter in myself, just a bit more positive. I started doing the nervous system practices. I was calmer. I was able to deal with stress and symptoms better.
Yeah.
So yeah, within 2 weeks, it was phenomenally quick.
Yeah, I remember because it was like we do for anyone watching, we celebrate wins and little glimmers in Bloom on
Yeah,
Fridays, and I remember that you dropped. I feel so much better in terms of brain fog, and that was like literally like a week or two in. So yeah,
yeah,
amazing, and it just
yeah,
gets to show like how quickly when we address the right things, especially the nervous system and the kind of foundational work, how quickly things can change.
yeah,
Um, awesome. So tell us, what were the most enjoyable parts of the program? Because obviously it has different parts. There is an education, there is a community, like
yeah.
polls, hot seats. What did you enjoy the most?
So for me, the most enjoyable parts were learning how to really do self-care.
Mm.
I've never really had a self-care routine, and the nervous system work as well. Learning how to stop spiraling out of control when I'm in a stressful situation. I mean, I feel like I've been asking for something like that my whole life. I'm
Mm.
quite a perfectionist person. My personality is I'm quite I like everything just so and in order.
Yeah.
And if it goes wrong, I get very stressed. So just learning how to deal with that, and also learning that you don't have to be perfect,
Mm.
was
Mm.
amazing. And I enjoyed each phase as well. So each phase, there's a lot to learn. It's almost like you're at university and you're on a course, and it's all crammed in, and there's a lot to read and a lot to learn. But I just kept getting so excited for the next phase, because
Mm.
each phase I was feeling better.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
you know, symptoms were reducing, and also the community, getting to know all the women. We were
Yeah.
all becoming closer. and helping each other, supporting each other. So I think they're the two major things that really I enjoyed the most, the
Yeah.
learning, community.
And the community. Yeah, Bloom is quite educational. Like it is obviously, like it depends how at what pace you want to take it. Some women take it slower, some people just, just go with the flow. But I really believe in that value of education and understanding why we're doing things,
Mm.
Like I personally would hate just to be told to do something without knowing why I'm making all those changes. So I'm really glad that this was one of the key things for you too. And was there anything you found challenging or just a little bit new and it took a little bit
Mm.
longer to get on board with?
I think at first, because I was quite newly diagnosed, I
Mm,
feel like I maybe had a little bit of shame around my illness in a way
mm,
and my condition, and I didn't really know. I'm always the strong one. I'm always the one that's, organizing things. And I had to really step back from that and stop socializing so much. And I just really struggled with coming to terms with it.
yeah.
So at the same time as joining Bloom, I guess I was feeling a bit, I found it difficult to talk about.
Mm,
But actually, quite quickly, I found it easier to be open because everyone was going through the same thing.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
within a couple of weeks, I was just like talking about everything. And when we had the hot seats with the smaller groups,
Yeah. The hot seats are great for that, right? Because you can really get to know the other ladies, and it's the same group every week, very small group. So
yeah,
you get to know each other so well. So yeah, that's my probably favorite. Personally, that's my favorite part of
yeah,
this.
I really enjoyed those. And
Mm,
just I could talk about anything and not feel stupid.
mm.
No questions were silly, and you have the answers to everything because you've helped so many women. I mean, you've seen everything,
Yeah,
and
probably.
you've gone through it yourself as well. So yeah, I just felt so safe in those groups to talk.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so what was it like in terms of sharing the journey? Like, was it the first time when you were able to really openly speak about your condition? Because like that's been my experience for sure that I just couldn't, like no one understood me for
Yeah.
so long because it's such an invisible illness, right? Another one of those where on the outside we seem fine, but actually, there is lots of turmoil inside. So that must have been really nice to find your tribe, essentially.
Yes, yes. I mean, even speaking to my close family, no one really understood what I was going through. I
Mm,
could tell them that I was feeling fatigued and I needed
yeah.
to rest. But until you have an autoimmune condition, you don't really, no one really understands.
Yeah.
So straight away, it was just so nice to feel heard and listened to and understood.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, I really appreciated the community.
yeah, absolutely. So tell us how you're doing today. Tell us about the improvements in symptoms. What goals do you have for the future? Where you're at in your journey? What's happening right now? Because it's been what, 3.5, 4 months, I think,
Yes.
since.
So on the other side of Bloom now, and I feel like I've been on like a women's retreat or something. And as I said, like I've been on a university course, and the subject is me. I've learned
Mm,
so much about my body, what's right for me. Bloom is so bespoke to you as an individual. I've learned all the supplements that work for me, um, how to rest, how
mm,
to de-stress. Um, Physically, the symptoms are so reduced. I'm planning to go on hiking holiday because I just wake up with energy every day.
mm,
Um, Whereas before it was such a roller coaster. One day I'd feel great, the
mm,
next I would be flawed.
yeah.
Um, my job's really important to me, so I'm enjoying my job again. I feel sharp, I'm on the ball,
Mm,
and people have said to me, wow, you look really well. So
mm, mm,
I think I've just got my spark back, basically.
yeah.
I'm really excited about the future. Energetic holidays, walking my dog, socializing with friends. And yeah, I'm also getting quite into yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always been a bit out of my comfort zone. But I think the courses that you do actually introduced me to
Mm-hmm.
the breath work and the yoga and meditation. And I'm really feeling that that's my path now. And I want to
Yeah.
go into that a lot more. So it's really put me something that was out of my comfort zone,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
really embracing it. So
Oh, amazing.
yeah,
That's also so good to hear. And it's almost like opens this whole new path that maybe was always there for you, but this has been such a nice catalyst, right? To just open
absolutely, because the
that door.
information's out there and it's often too much information.
Mm,
I always thought I want to dip into that, I want to try that, but
yeah.
where do you start? And I think
Mm,
just where you've tried and tested everything, even the
yeah.
products and the supplements and the, all even the books, you're like, you
Mm,
try reading this and all your recommendations. It takes so much pain out of all the searching on the internet for what's right. And that was another amazing thing that I found with Bloom, because it's a minefield when you
mm,
look
mm,
for things that can help you and you don't really know what you're looking for.
mm,
You literally knew. I just ask you, oh, what supplement do I take for this, or how can I improve this? And you've been there, done that, you had the
mm.
answer. So
Yes, I am a resource.
you're
I'm
the
definitely, yeah.
resource. Yeah, yeah,
I
and
do like to share things. That's very true.
you would never get that from a doctor or an
Yeah.
endocrinologist or even, just a nutritionist or whatever. This is a whole holistic
Mm.
360, complete inside and out, you know, course. And I would just recommend
Transformation.
transformation. Yeah, I do. I feel transformed. I really do,
Good.
coming out the other side
Awesome.
of Bloom.
And what would you say to anyone that's watching this and is on the fence? Because, there are so many women that I've just literally had a call now with someone who's, like really wants to do this, but still has this little voice inside of her head, like, can I invest money in myself? Like, is it going to work? Is it going to be worth it? Never spent money on myself before, especially on health, like we almost conditioned to be able to, like, we need to figure it out ourselves, and if we can't, then we somehow failed. So what would you say to someone who's watching this and thinking, I don't know, maybe not?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that the Bloom is so bespoke to you. It's not something that you would find anywhere else. Believe me, I searched the internet, and I think what you offer is so unique
Mm,
because you have the community. You teach all these tools that you can actually take through your whole life with you, and it's
yeah,
some things you think, I wish I'd known this years and years ago. I
yeah,
maybe wouldn't be in this position now.
yeah.
Um, So I think there's so much depth of knowledge that you gain about yourself, about the condition, um, and just having that community as well to fall back on is just wonderful. You won't find it anywhere else. I don't believe.
Mm,
The investment for me is the best investment I've ever made in myself.
yeah.
So, and busy working parents, mums don't ever invest in themselves like that. I think it's all about everyone else, the family. We make sure everyone else is okay. So I would just say step back and take your time to really think about what you want and what works for you. And you can feel so good. Like,
Mm,
I feel better now than I did in my 30s. I
mm,
honestly do. I have more energy. I'm fitter. I listen to my body. I listen to what works for me. I have boundaries. And
yeah.
I've learned all that through Bloom. Literally, it's been amazing. So,
Oh, it has been such a pleasure to have you as a part of this cohort. Like, it's you've been such a, like a shining star, and I can really tell. I could tell from the beginning that you were so committed to this process. And it's not about just, again, the perfectionist you mentioned. Part of the journey is also letting go of some of that but that commitment to making it a priority, that yeah, that is just such a game changer. So thank you
Mm.
so much for being a part of Bloom. It's been, yeah, I thank God we continue because I would
Yep.
miss you a lot if we were parting ways now, but we do have part two now to look forward to. And thank you so much for agreeing to do this and join me today to share your story, because I'm sure this will be very inspirational for a lot of women.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's the least I could do.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Have an amazing day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.